Good morning, and it's good to have you join us on Nigeria Now, showing on your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS TV network. My name is Merciful Ajinomo. Joining us this morning in the studio to analyze some stories on the newspapers is Adebayo Fajimi. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, we have a couple of newspapers. Let's begin from the Blueprint newspaper, and the banner headline there says, Buhari providing quality leadership amidst rising insecurity. And of course, that statement is coming from the federal government, 3 to 4 riders. The first says administration's investment in military hardware unprecedented, accusing him of no empathy, dirty politicking, coming from Lai Mohammed. Gunmen kill Kaduna lawyer, abduct 5, stop paying taxes to bandit, Niger government tells communities. And just from the very top there, we see our global debt hit record $226 trillion in 2020, coming from IMF right there. And MPC proposes 400 billion naira for census. That can be found on page 9 of the Blueprint newspaper. And then we see Senate okays $5.8 billion 2018 to 2020 external borrowing plan, approves $10 million grant component, 633.39 billion naira for NTC. Nigeria gets $98 million Islamic bank loan for education. We can get out on page 5 and page 6 of the Blueprint newspaper. We see FEC approved salary increase for police. That can be found on page 5. Before we talk about the approval of salary increase for police and the implication, let's look at this banner headline, Buhari providing quality leadership amidst rising insecurity. That's coming from the federal government. What's your take on this story?
Well, whatever the federal government is saying, Lai Mohammed, to be specific, who is the spokesperson to the administration, well, is entitled to his opinion and whatever they think they are doing. But it is very obvious that whatever quality leadership he says the administration is providing is not best, enough, to satisfy, every Nigerian. Because despite the fact that this is the president continues to provide good leadership, continue to keep Nigerians safe, yet we see this menace rising at an alarming frequent rate, especially in the northeast. Just within the space of 8 days, 2 prominent Nigerians were killed in the northern part. So how best, or what best, are you now providing? Just yesterday in Kano State, security agencies shut down the NUJ center because some people want to protest. Why won't people protest? Why won't they talk when they discover that what they're expecting from the presidency or from the president is not coming out? So whatever best they think they are doing is not best to Nigerians, and they cannot really assess themselves. It is Nigerians who voted for them that who are in the best position to rate them or to assess them on any category. So I think they should rather listen to Nigerians and see how they can do more. But as the case it is now, the best is not enough if they think they are doing any best at all.
Okay, do you think this update of FEC approving salary increase for police will do anything to better the security architecture of the country?
Yes, of course, to a large extent, it's going to help, and it will go a long way because if people are well paid and they also have access to quality of life, I think that will go a long way. But that is not enough. But I think that will go a long way.
Okay. Still on the Blueprint newspaper, we see from the headline under the picture of the day there, Yakubu says, undemocratic takeover of government, serious challenge to Equinec. We can get out on page 16 of the Blueprint. And 2022, cost of doing business in Nigeria will be high. And that's experts saying that Africa faces 4th wave of COVID-19 in Omicron variant coming from WHO. Nigerian army not recruiting ex-Boko Haram terrorists. We can get our details on page 14. And Senate rejects bill seeking women empowerment, gender equality. We move over to the Daily Trust newspaper. The banner headline there is Electoral Bill. Uncertainty as timeline for Buhari's Ascent elapses Sunday. We have a couple of riders there. We will veto if president refuses to act. Lawmakers, why he is reluctant. That's coming from Falana. And president set to jet out. We can get that on page 4. What do you think this says? I mean, the timeline, it's scheduled to elapse Sunday. and Buhari, President Muhammadu Buhari, has not assented to the electoral bill. What do you think are the implications of that?
Well, many Nigerians want this to happen because it is, and even some lawmakers, but it's going to really, though, even if the president has sent, to the bill, it is being accepted and all of that, it still has its own disadvantages. But to an average Nigerian, or to all average Nigerians, who have the power, to decide who becomes the leader, especially in the political space, it gives them more capacity, more, it empowers them more, to
decide
subdue, to decide and to subdue money bags in the polity. But let's see how it goes. But the language, the body language of the president is not good enough, especially on this, because it is what many Nigerians, and I don't think Mr. President has been doing enough, because according to the letter being sent to him by the electoral empire, they said it needs to make consultation, and we have not really seen that. But the body language as it is now, just like we have been hearing from many quarters, that even maybe that some governors in the APC are prevailing on the president not to sign, because they know that if this is signed, it is going to affect them, in their future political ambitions. So, but I think the president should do normal, just like he said that he doesn't want to live as a failure and he wants to leave an enduring legacy. And for him to do that, this is one of the best ways to give people the power to decide who becomes their leader, and to reduce to the barest minimum money bags in the polity.
Okay, still on Daily Trust, there we see food prices rise as headline inflation declines. You can get that on page 17 of the Daily Trust. And on the Nigerian News Direct newspaper, oil gas project NCDMB achieves 42% local content for multi-billion-dollar contract. That can be found on page 6. We have two riders. The first, Logic implementation produces Seplat, Aeroton, Aito, others. And the second, unveils operating models for $50 million Nigerian content research development. You can get all of that on page 6. And underneath picture of the day there we see CAS charges new pilots to be relentless in pursuit of national security objectives. And 5G auction, NCC not aware of Tinubu's connection to Mafia Communications. We can get it on page 29. And the Alafin says surveying is crucial to conflict resolution, national development. We move over to The Punch. The banner headline there is hashtag North is bleeding protest. Federal government under attack as DSS police disperse, arrest demonstrators. We can get it on page 2. We have a couple of writers there. The first, protect organizers arrested in Sokoto, Kaduna, Kanu. That says Amnesty International. And UN says 2.9 million people displaced in North State. Petition signed by 28,000. And the last one is no president has funded security agencies like Buhari, says Lai Mohammed. And of course, you can see the picture of the day there depicting people protesting with a big inscription there. Northern Nigeria is bleeding. Buhari is sleeping. We can get that details on the Punch newspaper. And then we see ASU meets Saturday, decides on planned strike over unfulfilled agreement. That can be found on page 34. And Lagos diploma holder filmed jumping into lagoon. Family searches for body. That sad story. You can get the details on page 4 and 5. And then on page 7, Wike Emmanuel Obaseki boasts of PDP's capacity to rescue Nigeria. And on The Guardian, the banner headline there is insecurity. Citizens blast federal government over Nigeria safer than 2015 comment. Of course, you can get all the details on The Guardian newspaper. And just get all of it on page 2 of The Guardian newspaper. Obasanjo Abdullah Salami, Sultan, others task federal government on constitution review. And don't forget, you can also grab any of these stories and also update on our website. That is www.tostvnetwork.com. And of course, our social media platforms are right there for you to follow and stay updated on the happenings in Nigeria and across Africa. That is TOS TV on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. My name is Merciful Ejinimo. Thank you so much for staying tuned to Nigeria Now. We see you tomorrow. Bye for now.